Seattle Seahawks fired defense coordinator Ken Norton Jr.
Yeah.
Really, right after they said they were staying with all leadership. See,
I guess.
something's amiss.
And it says also a defensive assistant, Andre Curtis.
I feel like they're doing like one of those, we're going to fire everyone except for the head coach, see if you can figure it out for one more year. And if you can't, we're going to do a complete rebuild after next year.
Yeah, but it's hard to figure it out with a brand new staff.
I'm not disagreeing.
You got to reteach everybody everything. I mean, that's hard to do too.
Yeah.
And that's assuming they have Russell.
I'm with Stephen A. Smith on this. He said, "What does Mike McCarthy even do for the Falcons?" I'm with him. I don't know what Mike McCarthy does either.
I mean,
wait, what? For
Mike McCarthy. What does he do for the Dallas Cowboys?
You said for the Falcons.
Other than sit on the sideline, look stupid.
Yeah. I think if they fire him, they just promote Dan Quinn. Keep Dan Quinn in house.
No, it'll be Kellen Moore.
That's what quite a few people are saying. Neither one of them should be, though. What's going on, Tom? Neither one of them should be the head coach. They both terrible.
Apparently,
neither one of them.
Dan Quinn is like locked in to be a head coach somewhere. The rumor is Denver.
He probably will. He probably will be a head coach somewhere, and good for him. Cause I like him. I've met him in person several times. I like him, and good for him if he gets it. That's just gonna hurt Dallas if he leaves.
Yeah,
I hear Jerry Jones ready to offer him a mint to try to keep him to stay there.
Yeah, and I just was reading somewhere. Let me see if I can pull it up. Minnesota apparently has basically decided on who their head coach is going to be.
Mr. Butler, how you doing, sir?
Who did I read from Minnesota?
Mr. Butler comes on to see his grandbaby.
Grandbaby.
Yeah.
That's all the time. That's all the time Travis. That's all the time Travis lets him see her. And when he comes on the show.
Exactly.
All right, Travis, go ahead and hit the music. Let's get rolling.
Raheem Morris. There we go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Out of Atlanta.
Play the clock. Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and J, they coming through. Straight no chaser. Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, don't need no script, just need a microphone. My man Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats, the this and that to keep this show on point. And when we done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey, yo, let's get it poppin'.
Welcome to Straight from the Hip. I am your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell. Miss Carey already laughed. What you laughing about, Miss Carey? You got a big smile on your face.
I'm just smiling.
Huh?
I just took my last scoop of ice cream. That's all.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. As you can see, the Imperial Palace, Black Mania. I'm up here as usual, up on high, looking down on you mortals down there. Travis, what's going on?
No, not much. Just glad my team finally got a victory in the playoffs. So can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I mean, that is too fun to me. Look how people like that act when they haven't had a playoff win in like 30-something years. That's what you get right there. Yeah, 31 years they've been without a playoff win, and they finally get one. And they're saying, Lord, have mercy. Miss Carey, how you doing over there in Midtown, downtown, uptown Atlanta?
Decatur wears greater. I'm well.
Decatur wears greater. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Well, folks, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about this NFL and what's going on. Just reading about some coaches losing their jobs. Probably going to be a couple more coaches lose their jobs here for us all said and done. We're going to talk about that. But we're going to start off talking about the playoff this weekend, wild card weekend. Let's see, Matt said, do you know there are fewer black head coaches in the NFL today than there were when they started the Rooney Rule? I believe that. I believe it. So anyway, we're going to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals and the Raiders. I mean, guys, for those of you who saw this game, it really was a closer game than it should have been, in my opinion. I change my mind every day about the Raiders quarterback. I don't know whether to like him or not like him, and I'm back to not liking him because I just saw him throw some bad balls the other day. And I felt like Cincinnati was by far the better team. And I felt like it should have been a mollywhopping. But at the end of the day, Cincinnati skated by 26-19. So what I said, with the Bengals doing just enough to slide by the Raiders, is there hope that they can win their next level in the playoffs? Ms. Carey, what do you think?
Yeah, I really do think they have a chance against the Titans. I'm going to pick them to win it. I know that the Titans defense is incredible, but I've seen who the Titans have lost to this year. And really they haven't had a consequential win since November 7th. I think Joe Burrow and his team are on fire at the right time and can beat him.
Okay. Travis, what do you think?
I agree. I think we can beat the Titans. I think we're playing extremely well right now. The one thing that I, as a Bengals fan, am extremely worried about, and one thing that hurt us in the playoff, the wild card game against the Raiders, in the fourth quarter, we had 2 total defensive tackles for the rest of the game. So they played every single snap in the fourth quarter, along with playing the other plays in the game. We finished with 2 defensive tackles. One guy tore his Achilles, and the other guy just rolled up his ankle and couldn't play. So the one that was an Achilles was a starter for us. He's obviously not going to play. If the other guy can't play, we're already talking about having to go find people either on the practice squad or bring people in free agency. So I'm really worried about our defensive line. Obviously going up against the Tennessee offensive line. They're running a game, this, that, and the other, trying to stop Derrick Henry. But at the end of the day, I still think we can win. I think our offense is really explosive right now. It's really clicking. I love the way Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are playing right now. Burrow's lighting it up. So I think Cincinnati can win, and I am predicting Cincinnati to beat Tennessee in a close one, but I think we're going to win.
Okay, well, whenever you start off, when we're talking about a professional team and you start off your commentary saying we this and we that, you just invalidate yourself anyway.
That's okay.
So,
I'm a Bengals fan.
all that we this, we that shit, that ain't gonna win no damn game. But I'm gonna tell you this, you better hope like hell Derrick Henry don't play.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, y'all's ass had all kind of trouble with Josh Jacobs out there this past week. I mean,
Josh Jacobs hold on. Josh Jacobs did not hit over 100 yards rushing. He did not get over 100 yards rushing.
I'm not saying you don't have to get over 100 yards rushing. But the bottom line is that you had trouble stopping his little ass. If you can't stop his little ass, you really going to have problems trying to stop Derrick Henry. And you talking about you just lost 2 defensive tackles too? Are you serious? I mean, let Derrick Henry be well. Let Derrick Henry be out there playing and see if y'all win that damn game.
Right now, he's not.
I'm telling you right now, huh?
He's still on the IR right now, Coach.
I know. Well, they gonna hide him. They gonna make y'all think he ain't coming. I mean, you know that's a big game with that IR list and all that. They could have just been saving him for this, just to at the last minute put him out there. So I know how that works with that IR list.
Is he going to be too? What was the injury that he had? I'm not 100% sure what it was, but normally it's a season-ending injury, whatever he had, and now he's coming back halfway through the season. So, he's not gonna be 100%. I don't care if he comes back. He's not. 100%.
But
I agree.
But I would take 80% of Derrick Henry. I'll take Derrick Henry. I'll take Derrick Henry at 80% all day long against a team with 2 starting tackles out and just had Josh Jacobs run. Josh Jacobs looked like a grown-ass man out there running on y'all the other day in that game. They should have. I was really disappointed because I really thought for a while there, if they would have kept doing what they were doing, But then all of a sudden, like I said, the quarterback just nutted up and just started throwing trash balls. And I mean, looking like Ben Roethlisberger out there, it was just bad. I mean, it was really bad.
Okay, so Derrick Henry had a foot injury. Let's say it's all of Tennessee's talent minus the quarterback against all of Cincinnati's talent minus the quarterback. Who are you taking today? Because that's all they have is Derrick Henry. Who are the receivers? Julio.
Y'all boy. That's everybody. That's your old boyfriend, Julio Jones.
Until 2 seconds ago, you didn't call him any kind of weapon. And now he's a weapon?
No, listen. You know how I feel about Julio. He ain't no kind of weapon, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so he's no weapon.
That's the
so
bottom
they got
line.
Derrick Henry.
They've been, but that's what got them to the playoffs. What's their record? What's the Titans' record? Whatever their record is, that's Derrick Henry's record.
Okay, but I'm saying that talent against. But they haven't played anybody. They got one impressive one against the Chiefs. That's it.
And they won't be playing anybody this week. I mean, that'd be the same thing. It'd be. I mean, that's it.
I think it's Burrow against Tannehill, and I'm taking Burrow.
I would take Burrow all day long over Tannehill right now. Burrow's on fire right now.
I think it's Henry versus Burrow, and I'm gonna take Henry. That's what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Henry over Burrow. That's what I'm going to take. I'm going to take that ground and pound, stiff arm, get me 7 yards of carry, Derrick Henry. Because guess what happened when he gets them 7 yards of carry? They run the clock. And so Joe Burrow's going to have limited touches. It ain't going to be like the other day when Jackass was giving them damn 3 and out every time he got up there and just giving the ball back to him. They're going to have limited possessions. And if you can't produce on every single possession, get some kind of points on every possession, your ass gonna be in trouble.
Coach, but that's just the Raiders. That's just the Raiders. You haven't counted. They just beat the Ravens. They just beat the Chiefs. In the last 3 games, he's got 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. This guy is ready. Like I think they win.
Coach,
Burrow. Yeah. Okay, yeah, but he's still young. This is the thing. You can see these young guys. You can see these young guys all the time, and they pull a little rabbit out of the hat. You know, they pull something out of their ass every now and then and have a game, just like they had the other day. Look at Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford played out of his mind the other day. Matt Stafford had a great game, did everything perfect, all that. It's hard to be like that every time. And that's why they call Tom Brady the GOAT. Because when Tom Brady comes out there, look at Jackass for the Patriots. What's his name? The quarterback, Mac Jones. I get him Daniel, Matt, whatever, Mac Jones. That joker went out there and just laid an egg the whole second half of the season.
We're not talking about Mac Jones. We're talking about
I know, yeah, well, we are. We're talking about a different version of him because the bottom line is he's still a young quarterback. And that's what happens with young quarterback. They hot down there. But as the pressure increases, as they turn up the temperature, as they get up higher in the rounds and closer to the Super Bowl, it's a little bit harder to play. It's a little bit harder to play. There's a reason why Tennessee did not play this past weekend. Why? Because they're a little bit better than all the other teams that had to play this weekend. So the bottom line is you rising up in competition, and when you have to step up in competition, it ain't always as easy as it was on that level they just now on. So just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying to you.
I'm not gonna disagree with that because you're right. And I've been on the show. You are what your record is, right? I've said that multiple years on this show, right? And all that matters is you win or you lose. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC for a reason. I'll give them all of that. Not a problem. But how you're playing right now also matters. And Tennessee hasn't played very well the last few weeks. Yes, they got a bye and they're rested, but we've been on fire the last month. We've lost 1 game in a month. It was to Cleveland, and we played every single second string. We didn't play 1 first string guy, and we still almost won. Joe Burrow's on fire.
All the more reason why I predict the fall coming because of everything that you just said.
Okay.
Everything that you just said, because like you said, you've been on fire, and when normally you've been on fire like that, it's time for a little fall. So that's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting a fall from y'all. That's what I'm predicting.
Shout out to CJ Uzama. He had 6 receptions, 64 yards, and a touchdown. So,
guys, I don't know if y'all know this. I put it on our little chat that we had the other night. CJ Uzama is a Gwinnett County kid. Joe Fleischer, who comes on this show all the time, that's his sister's son. So that's his nephew. And I've been knowing CJ for years. He used to train with us. And when he comes home, sometimes he'll call me up and say, Coach, can you come throw me some balls out at the park? And I go out there and throw some balls to him for him to catch. But he's a great kid. He has a little thing he does on Instagram, I think, that I follow. And it's pretty neat. I mean, he's a very humble kid. And he just lives him and his dog. And he always has him and his dog doing something together. It's kind of cute that he puts out there for his followers and whatnot. So I will give that shout out to CJ Uzama is the way you say it, and they butcher it on TV all the time. They call him Uzama and Uzama and all that other stuff. But anyway, Matt, he balling, he been balling, but like I said, let's see if he can keep it up, because you got to have them nerves of steel now. I mean, the tide starts changing when you start getting up there closer and closer and closer, and assholes start getting tight and all that other stuff. And hey, when that happens, it's a little bit harder to win.
But when we're comparing him against his peers, he's standing up. Hurts lost. Jones pooped his bed. Murray pooped his pants. Burrow is still standing. We got to give him some credit for that.
I agree. I give him credit. He won. I mean, obviously he won. That's the only reason why we're talking about him anyway. So anyway, moving to the next game, we had the Patriots and the Bills. You want to talk about a mollywhopping? I mean, this was embarrassing. I felt sorry for Belichick having to sit up there and do his thing the other night, because he had to just eat this one. And anyway, I just felt sorry for him. The only question I have about this game, when you win 47-17, ain't a whole lot to talk about. Has Bill Belichick coached in his last Super Bowl? Miss Carey, what do you think?
I think yes. I think this is the Bills division until unless they get a veteran quarterback and Mac Jones takes a step back. I think he's done. He doesn't win another one.
Travis, what do you think?
I agree. I don't think he's going to another Super Bowl. I don't know how much longer he's got, right? He's, 70-something years old already? And the rumor was this year might have been his last year. Now, he's already come out and said after this game that he's going to come back at least for one more year. But that AFC, look at all the young talent and the young quarterbacks. Josh Allen in his own division. Joe Burrow, we just talked about, is a very good young quarterback. Justin Herbert, I know they didn't make the playoffs, but he's a good young quarterback that they're building around. Ryan Tannehill, I know may not be the biggest fan, but that is a strong team. Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC. I don't see him getting through all of that when Mac Jones is your quarterback. So, and they're not a typical team that's going to go out and trade for a high level, starting quarterback that's really going to make a difference. So I think we've seen the last of Super Bowl New England Patriots, especially with Belichick as the head coach.
Well, he first of all, I don't think he's 70 yet. I think I heard a report the other day he's 69, about to be 70. But like I said, at the end of the day, how many more years? To me, that would be the question I would have to say before I would go so far as to say whether or not I felt like he had another shot. Because just as we've seen before, everybody was all hot on that quarterback out there in LA for a minute. And then after that, just like that, what's his name? What's the quarterback now? They left LA and Matt Stafford took his place.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Boy, everybody drinking that Jared Goff. Kool-Aid and all that other stuff. Oh, Jared Goff. Then it was like, who the hell is Jared Goff? I mean, just like that. Quick as he came, he was gone. Same thing this year. Oh, Mac Jones. Mac Jones going to be the rookie of the year. Mac Jones going to lead the Patriots. He the new Tom Brady. Going to lead the Patriots to the Super Bowl. And then, second half of the season, that joker was straight boo-boo. So I'm not trying to hear this about Joe Burrow and all them name Travis's name. Oh, yeah, all these young quarterbacks. Oh, they so great. I heard that same bullshit y'all talking about this boy in L.A. a year ago. A year ago, y'all was saying that same stuff. And now look at him. I mean, nobody even mention him anymore when they talking about good quarterback. He ain't even mentioned as a decent quarterback. Carson Wentz. Y'all talked about Carson Wentz. Oh, Carson Wentz. Ooh, Carson Wentz. Oh, yeah. He wait till they get him on another team. That's what he needs. He just needs a new environment. Carson Wentz is trash. And I've said that from the damn jump on this show, in public, everything. So I'm not trying to hear all this stuff y'all want to talk about. These guys, to me, if you can't do it, you need to be 5 years in the NFL minimum. 5 years before I'm going to show you any love. I'll say, hey, you know what? Jalen Hurts, he might make it. I've never liked Kyler Murray. From the jump because I don't think you can run around now like that. I seen Michael Vick do it. Michael Vick did it for 2 or 3 years and whatnot. Then everybody started catching up with him. You know, you start taking them lumps and bumps and everything else. I am not a Kyler Murray fan. Not at all. So like I said, I've never been a big believer in that whole thing. Lamar Jackson, come on now. You know I like Lamar Jackson. Can't throw the football, same thing. He's a runner out there doing all that. Don't give him any love. Don't show him any love. I don't show these guys any love until they've been around for a minute. When you have been in the NFL for 5 years and you have done your thing consistently for over a 5-year period, now it's time for me to start showing you love. Because I've seen them come and seen them go just that quick. That's why you got some franchises like Cleveland Brown draft a damn quarterback first round 3 years in a row. Because the joker they had last year ain't worth a damn now. And it's like I said, that's why I don't want to hear that. Oh, yeah, there you go. I agree with that Joe Fly shit. What's up, Joe? We just talking about your nephew, giving him some love. Talking about they had a great game. So hats off to y'all, Joe. He had a great game the other day. So anyway, like I said, I'm not ruling out Belichick just yet because I'm not giving all that love to the quarterbacks out there. Now, I think if they did get a quarterback, and I don't know how they do that. Y'all see now why I said if the 49ers drafted Mac Jones, I was done. I was done with the 49ers because I saw they said Mac Jones come out. I didn't think Mac Jones was worth a doggone. I wouldn't have doggone peed on him if he was on fire. So I'm glad that we didn't do that. Not that Trey Lance is any better. I mean, from what I've seen so far. I mean, Jalen Hurts is struggling. He struggled the other day. I mean, look at all the rookies because it's difficult. Will they be good down the road? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm not giving all that love that people want to give to these young quarterbacks because they haven't really proven nothing yet. I mean, you got to be around for a minute.
What about Jimmy G back in New England?
Look, that'd be wonderful for me. Send his ass back over there. That would be great. I mean, if Jimmy G hasn't shown y'all now what I've been telling y'all for the longest time, that boy is not ready for prime time. I mean, he could have iced the game the other day, could have shut it down and turned it into an absolute circus when he threw that interception that he threw. Just a circus. And that's the one thing. And did you see one of the worst interceptions I have ever seen? It wasn't even on the right side of the receiver. The ball should have been thrown here where my hands are. They threw it behind. He threw it behind the receiver and high. I mean, it looked like he was just. If somebody said to me today that Jimmy G was arrested for throwing games and whatnot, I'd be like, yeah, I believe it. That's what it looked like he did the other day. Looked like he was trying to throw that one. I mean, just straight up, you can't make those kind of throws like that in that situation. I mean, it was terrible. And I mean, Jason was about to lose his mind on social media about it. So yeah, I am on that coach, that QB soapbox, Matt. You're right. Kyler Murray is too small, Joe. He's too small, and they knew that coming in. But they like to see him run like a little baby, and they got all them little memes about him out there running and all that, and they think it's cute and funny and all that. But see, I take it a little bit more serious than that. And he couldn't be my quarterback. He just too little. He couldn't be my quarterback. And he can sling it, and it's different when you got DeAndre Hopkins or somebody out there who can just, go get it like he does and all that. And that same thing with Joe Burrow. He even told you, he said, look, when all else fails, I'm going to throw that ball over to Jamar Chase high somewhere and let his ass make a play on it and go get it. Okay. Well, better hope nothing happens to Jamar Chase. What happens if Jamar Chase gets hurt? What happens if Jamar Chase goes down with an ACL? How good is Joe Burrow now? How good is he going to be the next year? I mean, that's the bottom line. So like I said, everybody doing all this talk, oh, yeah, Joe Burrow, now that he's there, Belichick ain't going to have no chance. This, and that. Joe Burrow could be done tomorrow. Tomorrow. Let Jamar Chase go down. Let's see how good Joe Burrow is then.
I mean, but that's the case for most teams, Coach.
I don't know about that. I disagree. We're going to talk about one in a few minutes who got half his damn team down, and he ain't worrying about it. You know what his name is? Tom Brady. Fournette down, Godwin out. It don't matter. It don't matter. He was fussing it. He was fussing. Wait a minute. Did you see him the other day? Did you see him fussing at that third string receiver, whatever? He like, why are you sitting there, dumbass? Get your ass run. Bottom line is, Brady raises him. He makes it happen, period. T. Higgins is a great hand receiver. Yeah. Well, why ain't he playing? That's what I want to know. Yeah. How many catches did he have the other day? 1, 0? I mean, how many catches did he have the other day, Joe? Your great receiver, T. Higgins. Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that. Yeah, 1 catch. Okay. He ain't that damn great then because he probably ain't even – how many they throw his way? How many they throw his way? He ain't had no 5. That's a lie.
No, I'm banned down. Coach, I'm a Bengals fan. I watched every play. Okay.
Okay.
He dropped, no. And I'm gonna. I'll.
Joe said 5. I thought he meant he caught 5 balls. He didn't catch no 5 balls.
No, he caught 1 pass.
Okay, 1 pass. There you go.
He did drop like 2 or 3. He dropped 1 on the half-yard line that he was wide open for.
Well, Joe said he's a great hands receiver. Apparently not, Joe.
He had a bad game. He really did have a bad game.
Well,
he normally comes down with that stuff.
Well, when I hear people talking about the best players for them, I ain't ever heard no damn T. Higgins. Hey, have you, Miss Carey? Have you heard T. Higgins being one of their best players? Exactly. Thank you. Moving right along. Next game, Buccaneers versus Philly. Again, folks, just an absolute mollywhopping. I mean, it wound up being 31-15, which is only 16 points. But if you saw the game, I mean, I think Tampa Bay, went and let some people at halftime talk to they talked to some of the fans and let them come out there and kind of Make-A-Wish Foundation, and they let some of them fans play the second half because they were so bored playing. The Eagles just looked bad. I mean, just look terrible. Miss Carey, what do you think about that game?
Yeah. Who looked bad, you said?
The Eagles. I mean, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts looked bad, but the whole team looked bad. I wouldn't put the loss on Jalen Hurts for sure.
Well, I'm going to put the loss on somebody whoever wasn't telling him to throw the ball to Devontae. If you got Devontae Smith out there, why is it that you are not throwing to him in one-on-one coverage? That's what I want to know. Why aren't you throwing the ball to him as far as that's concerned? I don't get that.
Yeah, they didn't kind of go that route until the last end of the game, but it was too late by then. Not that they were going to win anyways, but
exactly. But my whole thing is that if you have one-on-one coverage, that's your one-on-one beater right there. You should be looking his direction every time. If you notice that they're playing cover 0 and they've got him one-on-one, you should be he should be getting all them targets. And I mean, he wasn't even close. He was throwing the ball to the damn tight end every time. I mean, how many passes do you think the tight end had? He probably had 9 catches at least. I mean, he was catching the ball every time he threw. So I just thought that I don't know that I don't believe in that game plan, and they need a new offensive coordinator, or they need somebody who can come in and manage that young man's skills better than what they're doing, because I don't see it. I really don't. Travis, what do you think?
Yeah, it wasn't competitive. I didn't, to be honest with you, I stopped watching at halftime because the game got so out of hand. It was a bad game. Hurts looked bad. He just had a really rotten game. So I'm not sold on Hurts as the quarterback there. I don't know if he's the long-term answer, but we'll see what happens. It didn't surprise me that the Bucs won, so we can move on.
I don't think he's a long-term answer either. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know about any of these quarterbacks being a long-term answer. Y'all might want to try to pencil in Herbert as being a long-term answer. And but like I said, y'all were just doing it a couple last year. Everybody talking about that boy out there in LA. They cut his ass like a doggone with a rusty razor blade and sent his ass packing. And now ain't nobody even mentioning his name anymore. Can't sell a jersey with his name on the back of it anywhere. It can't give them away. Can't give them jerseys away. When before though, oh yeah, he was the guy. He was the guy. So we're gonna see Baker Mayfield. Oh boy, Baker Mayfield. Boy, everybody was so hot on Baker Mayfield. Oh yeah, he's the real deal. He's legit. Now everybody, Baker Mayfield trash. Baker Mayfield trash. That's just how quickly it goes. And that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all keep on putting all your stock in these these newfangled quarterbacks and whatnot. See how long they last. I remember
the same thing with Patrick Mahomes. We did the same thing.
Yeah, but now, well, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes been around for a minute. He's a little bit older than some of these other cats, and he's already won a Super Bowl. I've been to 2. I mean, you talk about Patrick Mahomes a little bit for me. So okay, well,
okay,
yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
Earlier, you said a new quarterback can push it out their ass.
How many of these other quarterbacks been to a Super Bowl? Even been there? Even been to one?
It's Joe Burrow's second year.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. What Patrick Mahomes doing his second year?
Super Bowl. He did the same thing. He had the same mark that.
Okay, let's see if Joe Burrow make it to a Super Bowl this year, and then you'll have a valid point. Okay. Come on,
real quick. I know we need to move on to the next game. You know who has been to a Super Bowl?
Who's that?
Jared Goff.
What did he do? As what? He did it when he was 16. He was the ball boy when he was 16 or something.
He was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. He was the starting quarterback for the Rams.
Okay. Well, where is he now? Where is he now?
He's in Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, he is invisible now to the world in Detroit, because don't nobody give a damn about no Detroit. So, all right, moving right along. 49ers in Dallas. And here's my question. Here's my question. As a 49ers fan, we're going to talk about Dallas and all the mishaps and all that other stuff. As I'm a 49er fan, can you really be happy with such a hapless win over such a terrible Cowboys performance? Thank God. What's the name? The Russian guy, Orlovsky. Dan Orlovsky on here said the other day exactly what I was saying to Jason the other day. And that was, this should have been an absolute beatdown. He used my exact words. As bad as the Cowboys played, that should have been an absolute beatdown from the 49ers. And we all know it came down to the last second. And I believe if they could have gotten off one pass, they probably would have thrown a damn touchdown to beat them. I believe that with all my heart. I was already seeing it coming. Like, if they're able to get a shot at the end zone, I guarantee you they're going to catch it. That's where I was with it. That was my the whole time. Miss Carey, what you think?
I mean, they barely won, but they won. At the end of the day, they won. They're not going home to the sofa. So, yeah, if I was a 49er, guess who's not happier than the 49ers? The people who didn't have a chance. Those teams that have been on the sofa. The Falcons fans, we've been on the sofa. So I'm cheering for this team. They won. They pulled it out regardless of how they did it. Regardless of the fact that Dallas lost this game, right? Dallas lost it. The 49ers didn't win it. But who's moving on? And so I'm celebrating the move on. And if I'm making my ass whooped in the next round, but I moved on.
You're right, Miss Carey. I'm sorry. You know what? I forgot you were a Falcon fan. And I know that. I know that's the mentality.
I completely agree. At the end of the day, how many times have I said it? You're
a Bengal fan. You're a Bengal fan, so the mentalities are pretty much the same.
All that matters is getting the W. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 or 100. All you got to do is win.
Just happy.
And they get to move on.
Get your wait till next year statement ready, because that's what you'll be saying next. When Derrick Henry runs amok on y'all, you'll be talking about wait till next year. So go on, get that speech ready for next week's show. That's what I want to hear. Get that thing ready.
I don't understand like the mentality that says, what if we can't? I mean, people are married 3, 4, 5 times because each time they have hope in that time. And it's the same thing with playing football. Every time you have hope that you're going to be better than the last time.
I know. Here's the thing. First of all, as a 49er fan, you can't forget what happened 2 years ago when Jimmy G missed a wide open receiver on a post route for a touchdown.
I'm not saying you got to forget.
You can't forget that. That's number one. Number two, you have not seen Jimmy G play Super Bowl caliber football this year. Not once. Not one time has he had even a decent game. I mean, he has just been. I mean, after he threw that pick, I don't think they threw the ball again the whole time. They just ran the ball. I mean, Shanahan was just like, I don't trust this joker I wouldn't trust this joker with my doggone worst enemy's daughter. I mean, he is terrible. I mean, it was just bad. It's just bad. I mean, it was so, you just can't trust him. And so what I'm saying is, as a true fan, and then I don't even like to say fan because I'm not a fanatic. I'm not fanatic about anything except my children. I'm a spectator. So as a true spectator in watching and analyzing and all that, the game, I can tell you right now that it's I don't see it happening. And that's what's upsetting to me, because when you have a team like Dallas Cowboys, and we'll talk about them a little bit now, Ezekiel Elliott, dude, must have some good weed before that game. That joker looked like he was totally out of it. He all game long, he like that. No matter what happened, if he fumbled the ball, if the ball was incomplete, if they scored, he was like this on the sideline the whole time. So either he is bipolar, because Ezekiel Elliott, a lot of times, look, I'm going to tell you when you can tell Ezekiel Elliott's having a good game and he's into it. After he makes a good run, it might any run over like 7 yards. Guess what he does? Like right here to the camera. Like, feed me, baby. Did you see him do that one time the other day? Not once. He didn't do that one time the other day because he didn't want any of it. 31 yards rushing. The star running back of your team got a damn world caliber offensive line, and you get 31 yards. You know how much the other running back got? 14. 31 and 14 yards out of their 2 running backs. And how many CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, nothing. I mean, all of their big stars, 0. Yeah. Michael Parsons didn't even have a great day. I didn't see Michael Parsons to have maybe 6 tackles. He's been averaging double-digit tackles. He's been having double-digit tackles all year long. He probably had about 6 tackles. But I'm saying, and don't get me wrong, they were on the field all day. So, and being on the field that much is a problem. Guys, it was the worst performance. I'm thank God, thank Jesus, I'm no longer a Cowboy fan. I wouldn't be after that game. That was the worst performance in the biggest game I think I've seen in a very, very long time. Miss Carey, come on.
Yeah, Michael Irvin said it best. He said, when you come to when you come to battle, you have to be able to count on your soldiers. And the soldiers did not show up for Dallas. The people who were supposed to be their clutch people and their top soldiers, they didn't show up. Where was Zeke? Where was Amari? Where was Lamb? Where was Zeke? I mean, where was Zach? They were, even Micah and Gregory, like they were just not there. They did not show up to lead that team the way they should have to win the game.
Miss Carey, at home.
I know.
At home. Travis,
I know. You saw Jerry Jones. He looked like he needed some Imodium AD quickly.
Oh, Miss Carey, you see Matt Collett sent you a little note. He said, I've dated Hope before, Miss Carey. Hope don't get you wins.
Right. But when Hope has promise, you put a ring on it. When Hope has promise, you put a ring on it and you go for it.
Come on.
No, I agree with everything we said. I think what I want to bring up real quick is the last play, right? That's what everyone's talking about. I
ain't talking about it. I hate when it comes down to that. They played a trash game and then they're gonna try to blame it on the officials. Miss Carey just put it. Miss Carey just talked about their whole team playing like boo-boo, and now you want to try to put it on the last play? What about the other damn 59 minutes of the damn game? 59 minutes and 59 minutes, 59 seconds. You play like shit. Now you're gonna blame the last second on the referee, and that's why you didn't win. Are you kidding me? I don't want to hear that bullshit. 14 penalties. Thank you, Joe. The most penalized team in the league, and now you're going to try to blame the damn game on the last minute or the last second of the referee that you out there pushing and whatnot, trying to do his job. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, you should have just been there and say, you know what? We can talk all day about the last minute and this, that, and the other. We stunk. We stunk up that game. That's what should have been said after the game.
Yeah.
By everybody. By Mike McCarthy, by Dak, by Zeke, whoever got on that microphone should have said, hey, at the end of the day, this is all on us. Ain't no need to talk to Mike McCarthy. We played the worst game ever. And you know what Zeke would have said? That's how he was the entire game. You can see his head just bob a little bit. He had that stupid smile on his face. That's all he did the whole game. It was terrible. Travis, go ahead.
No, that's it. I think we need to move on to the Chiefs-Steelers game. I know we probably don't have much on that one, but we only got a few minutes left. So
yeah, Jason just said too. Jason said it should never have been close. And Jason, he's a real 49er fan. He knows. I mean, that should have been a mollywhopping, and it wasn't. And that gives me cause for concern. Ray Miller said Jimmy G made a close game. Should have been a blowout. Yes, Ray Miller, you're exactly right. I agree. All right, let's see what the next game is real quick so we can move right along here. Next game, we got Fat Ben Roethlisberger versus the Chiefs. Now, first of all, we all knew. We all knew when this first happened what was going to happen. I mean, let's go back to last week when everybody thought that was Ben Roethlisberger's last game. And I mean, most of us, at least all the people up here on Black Mania, because being the exalted ruler up here on Black Mania, you know, Black Man, we made everybody do this, that was going to be Ben Roethlisberger's last game. Everybody. I said, if anybody's seen up here not having their fingers crossed like this, that's the last time we have to look at fat-ass Ben Roethlisberger, I'm going to put y'all in Black Man prison. That's what I told Miss Carey. But in any event, what do I always say? Slip on a banana peel. His fat ass was in there again. And just, wasn't it sad? I mean, please, somebody tell me you saw what I saw, the way he was throwing that ball.
Oh.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I could throw the ball better left-handed, blindfolded, than he was throwing that ball out there the other day. And it's just sad. I mean, I'm going to tell you what's really sad. What's sad is you have a man like Mike Tomlin, who I admire wholeheartedly, who let his fat ass go out there like that, throwing the ball. I'd have been like, hell no. I don't give a damn what you done in the past. You are washed up. And for them to limp through the whole season the way that they did, letting them throw the ball. Oh, well, Juju Schuster. Juju was just sitting out there like, man, for real. I mean, and do you hear? I'm going to let y'all talk first, then I'm going to ask you another question about if you heard who they talking about bringing in to replace him. I can't wait to hear that. Miss Carey, go ahead and talk.
I hope it's Matt Ryan on Black Mania.
Oh, my God. No.
Please send Matt Ryan to Pittsburgh. No. He's from PA. He needs to finish up, and that's what they need to do.
That ain't what the rumors are, but I'm going to tell you in a minute what I heard today. Travis.
Okay.
Oh, this game was terrible. Big Ben was awful. No one was shocked. Thank you, Big Ben, for what you've done for the NFL, but you should have been gone 2 or 3 years ago. Please retire, and we'll move on from the Steelers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all who they say they say plays just is almost his carbon copy that they're looking at bringing in. Are y'all ready for this?
Wait, is he a starter today?
Anybody want to guess? Joe said Aaron. Who is Aaron, Joe? Does anybody want to guess real quick?
Coach, is he a starter today?
Yeah, well, he has been a starter. Yeah. Thank you. Joe just said it. Jameis Winston.
Oh, Lord.
They said that Jameis Winston has been rumored that they're going to bring him in to replace Ben Roethlisberger.
So, Coach, I actually read a report on Monday that said that the Steelers front office doesn't want to bring in a veteran quarterback, that they want to start basically and draft a guy.
I hear you, but I'm gonna tell you this:
their goal is actually not to bring in a current quarterback to be the starter.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this:
maybe it's a backup, but they
bring
want
in a rookie,
a new guy.
Bring in a rookie. Let me tell you what's gonna happen: T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward, all them guys gonna be like, "Get me the hell out of here."
I know.
So if you're gonna bring in a rookie, we got to go because we ain't got time to try to win no Super Bowl with no damn rookie. I mean, we ain't got but a couple seasons left under our belt anyway. So all them old heads, they about to get the hell up out of there. I promise you that.
I'll say this though, with I don't like Pittsburgh. I hope they whiff on their quarterback, right? But if they get a young quarterback and they hit, that team's going to be really good for a long time because of the amount of money they can pay their defense, which is pretty good. They've got a lot of stars on their defense. Mm-hmm. And then you don't have to pay the quarterback off this rookie salary stuff for the next 5 years. And
yeah, but that's a long shot you taking right there. And if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk, Miss Carey. If was a fifth, baby, I'm trying to tell you that. So I ain't buying it. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Rodgers ain't going to no damn Pittsburgh either, Joe. Nope. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm a see to that. If I'm the damn commissioner, I'm damn vetoing that. Now I'm gonna tell them they got to let him go somewhere else.
If I was a veteran quarterback, actually, I wouldn't want to go to Pittsburgh because you're going to have to live up to, every week you're going to get, well, Big Ben did this and Big Ben did that.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Ben hasn't done shit.
Thank you. It's been so long since Fat Ben did shit. So ain't nobody going to be saying that. They're going to be like, hell yeah, get anybody in here. Dude, it was embarrassing the way he was throwing that ball. He looked worse than Drew Brees did. And thank God they used to take Drew Brees out and bring Taysom Hill in when they had to throw the ball over 10 yards. But God dang, they should have had that same setup for Ben because he looked awful. And, I mean, that game was so just disinteresting, it wasn't even funny. I mean, it was kind of cute how Pittsburgh scored the first touchdown, when old fat kid ran in for a touchdown, scoop and score. And I know that was kind of cute. But, dude, I mean, everybody knew what was going to happen in that game. Now, I will say this, and this is if I were a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Somebody need to tell Patrick Mahomes stop all that bullshit. All that trying to throw the ball back across the field and this and that, had a pick that way. And all, I mean, because that's what's going to hurt them ultimately, is that kind of stuff. He just needs to play regular football and stop all that bullshit. So we'll see what happens going forward. But I think that was crazy about hearing it said that they talking about bringing in Jameis Winston, talking about play just like Ben. I'd be like, after I've been through the last few weeks or few years with Ben, the last thing I want is somebody to come in here and play just like Ben. That is not giving me a bit of comfort whatsoever that you trying to bring a joker in here that's just like Ben. Are you kidding me? Good God Almighty. Last game we're going to talk about. Who was Arizona Cardinals and who they play, Travis?
The Rams.
The Rams. Good God Almighty. Where has this Ram team been the whole season? Now, this is what everybody was expecting out of the Rams team.
Yep.
The Rams probably have the most star-studded team in the league.
Yes.
When you look at all the weapons that they have, starting with the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, been around the league a long time, veteran, blah, 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 blah. We know he was in trash in Detroit and never did make it to the playoffs, whatever. But you got him, or never had a playoff win. You got him starting off with. You got Cam Akers back there running the ball like a grown-ass man. You got Odell Beckham. You got Cooper Kupp, won the Triple Crown this year. I know he won Triple Crown this year. Receptions, yards, and touchdown. All of it. Best receiver, number one in all three of those. Triple Crown win. They had him up there with doggone Jerry Rice and Steve, what's his name, for the Carolina Panthers?
Smith.
Steve Smith, thank you. I mean, he is in like prime time company as being like one of the best receivers ever. When you in that kind of company, they put him in. I mean, dude, I'm sitting up there, my mouth was on the other side. I just couldn't even believe it was that. I mean, that team, and then look at that defense. Good God Almighty. I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself if you don't win every damn game when you got them Von Miller and then that other certified killer up there, Aaron Donald. I mean, are you kidding? That's a damn that trade should have been vetoed right there. They said, "Oh hell no, that won't even be funny if we do that." Hell no, Las Vegas gonna lose all their money if we allow that to happen. Because everybody know they're gonna win every damn game they play. I mean, dude, I just sat there like this watching that game. Like, why haven't they done this all year? And listen, everybody knows that Kyler Murray laid the egg, and he looked bad, they looked bad. I saw him one time throw a pass that hit 5 yards in front of the receiver he was trying to throw it to. 5 yards. I mean, that joke's out there looking like he was running like he was scared to death. Scared to death. Name game with Cooper Kupp. What? Well, okay. What, Jay? What you want with the name game? About who's better, or who I would trade for him? Who I would have in his place?
Who would you take, Cooper Kupp or blank?
Okay, Travis, who would you take, Cooper Kupp or blank? Give me one. Okay, Cooper Kupp or Jamar Chase.
Right now?
Yeah, you know you're going to take – it don't matter because your ass going to take him anyway. If it was now, next week, 10 years from now, your ass going to take Jamar Chase because you're a damn big fan. You're a lie. You stop lying. All right, I'm going to let you play the white card. Go ahead and take it. Go ahead.
Oh, now? Okay, so if I take Jamar Chase, I'm a Bengal hater.
Who would you take this game?
It's the white card. Okay.
Miss Sarah, who would you take?
Jamar Chase, or I got the same choices?
Yeah, Jamar Chase or Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I would take Cooper Kupp.
You need to stop. Y'all need to stop that.
I have to. I know his number.
And I ain't even a Bengals fan. I'm taking Jamar Chase. Let me tell you something. Cooper Kupp is playing out of his mind. Does he have the talent that Jamar Chase had? Hell no. So, no, I'm taking Joe Flasher said Devontae Smith. Cooper Kupp or Devontae Smith? Miss Carey.
Oh, no, I haven't heard Devontae Smith's name mentioned a whole lot. I mentioned
really
not like Cooper Kupp.
Okay, what do you think?
You're even considering this? Cooper Kupp by a mile. This isn't even
I'm with you there. I'd take Cooper Kupp by a mile.
This isn't even
Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith ain't showed me nothing, Joe Fleischer. Devontae Adams. Ooh, Devontae Adams. Cooper Kupp or Devontae Adams? Travis.
I would take Devontae Adams.
Miss Carey.
Cooper Kupp.
I'm taking Devontae Adams
I would
by
take
far.
Devontae Adams.
By far. Here's a good one. Jason got a good one. Justin Jefferson.
That was
Cooper
what I was
Kupp.
going to bring up. Yeah.
Who would y'all take? Miss Carey?
He plays on Minnesota, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I think I'm supposed to say Justin Jefferson.
What do you think, Travis? I'll give you mine in a minute. What do you think, Travis?
I think this one's close. I think I would probably take Justin Jefferson, but it's close.
I would take Justin Jefferson. I think he has by far more upside. DK Metcalf, Joe Fleischer, you lost your damn mind. I ain't even gonna put that one up here. Cooper Kupp or Julio Jones? Miss Carey.
I take Julio Iglesias before I take Julio Jones.
Travis.
Next.
Let's see. Somebody had another one up here that I thought was really good. I'm trying to think. Let me think. What's another good one? Yeah, Cooper Kupp. He does. He runs some good routes and whatnot. But I'm not sold out on Cooper Kupp. I think he's balling out, having a great year. I think after some tape and watching him and whatnot this year, I think he won't have this year next year. Hell no. Tyreek Hill, you crazy as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna take Tyreek Hill over everybody just about. No, it'd be you Tyreek Hill or OBJ. Miss Carey.
Tyreek Hill or OBJ?
OBJ.
Ooh, OBJ is fine, but I'll take Tyreek Hill.
Travis.
Wait, is it Tyreek Hill or Kupp? Because I'm taking
I
Kupp.
said OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay, well, I take Tyreek Hill over Beckham, but I would take Kupp over Hill.
You would take Kupp over Hill.
Yes, I would take Cooper Kupp over Tyreek Hill. Yes.
That's because you dumb as hell. You gonna take Cooper Kupp over Tyreek Hill?
Tyreek Hill,
you done lost your damn mind. Travis, listen. Jason. Travis has been on suspension for at least 2 shows. For 2 shows, Miss Carey, for making that comment, Travis' ass got to be on show suspension. Travis, I'm telling you right now. I mean, and it's the day after Martin Luther King Day. You gonna say something like that? you got me. Travis. You gonna take Cooper Kupp over Tyreek Hill?
Yes.
Hey, I need some help from the crew. I need some help. Everybody let me know if Travis should get away with this dumbass comment that he gonna take Cooper Kupp over damn Tyreek Hill. Can't nobody in the world cover Tyreek Hill. They put like 1-on-6 versus Tyreek Hill and they still can't cover him. And this man say he gonna take Cooper Kupp over Tyreek Hill.
Here go your pink slip, sir.
Oh, hold on a minute. Before we give him the pink slip, Miss Carey, Travis, I'm gonna let you retract that statement. I'm gonna give you a chance to retract.
Nope.
You ain't gonna retract. You ain't gonna take that statement back. Come on, Travis. Oh, Matt said he with Travis. Matt said he with Travis too. Travis, you gonna take Matt, you gonna take Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry, Cooper Kupp over Tyreek Hill. DeAndre Hopkins when he's healthy. What about DeAndre Hopkins over Cooper Kupp? Who wants that? Miss Carey, who'd you take? DeAndre Hopkins or Cooper Kupp?
No. DeAndre Hopkins is not impressive this year.
No. He said when he's healthy. DeAndre Hopkins when he's healthy.
Oh, no. I'm taking Cooper Kupp. I'm staying with Cooper Kupp.
Ooh, what do you say, Travis? DeAndre Hopkins or Cooper Kupp? Travis, you really at a situation right now where you got to take Cooper Kupp every time.
Again, I think this is close. But
you cannot take Cooper Kupp now. I mean,
I did not take.
We ain't even gonna ask you anymore because you got to take Cooper Kupp at this point. I mean, what you said, Cooper Kupp over Tyreek Hill? It's like Cooper Kupp over Jerry Rice. Cooper Kupp over Randy Moss. I mean, you should say right now. You should say Cooper Kupp would moss Randy Moss. I mean,
You act like
at this point,
Tyreek Hill's the greatest wide receiver of all time.
huh?
Let's not forget that he's playing with Patrick Mahomes right now.
What's that mean?
Patrick Mahomes can do a lot better thing. If Cooper Kupp was on the Chiefs, he would have the exact same numbers as Tyreek Hill would. Probably
Dude,
better.
you crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Tyreek Hill is right now. I mean, he would probably be my number one right now. And you can say what you want to say about Patrick Mahomes or whatever, because everybody got a quarterback getting him the ball. But at the end of the day, Tyreek Hill is probably the most uncoverable somebody out there because of his speed and his quickness combined. Cooper Kupp has some quickness. I don't think he has near the speed. I would be willing to say that in a 100-yard dash, Tyreek Hill will beat him by 20 yards. I bet you would. I bet you would by 20 yards. I guarantee you. So anyway,
wait. Okay. Tyreek Hill has games where in the game he got 2 yards total, 19 yards total, 22 yards total in a game.
Yeah.
14 total. How do you make that?
Okay, but Travis, I mean, you don't. I mean, first of all, you don't know what happened in those games because let me tell you something. Wait a minute. You talk. Can I talk now?
Of course.
I coach football games all the time. You know what happened? We were playing Norcross a couple years ago. Our running game was molly-whopping Norcross. And so the coach calls me on the side, in the headset, says, "Hey, man, I'm sorry we're not throwing the ball. But, I said, look, dude, run the ball. I mean, we're getting 9 yards of carry. Why in the hell would we stop running the ball? My guys are fine. I can tell so like I said, you know what, Josh Downs, the best receiver in the nation, he was number one in the nation. He's at North Carolina now. Josh Downs had like one catch for like 6 yards. That was it. But you know what? We won the game like 59-13. So do you think I was mad that Josh Downs only had 13 yards? Not in the least. So I know it's going to be some games like that because that's what happens. There's going to be some games like that for a great receiver because that's what happens. And you know what I tell them to do? Go out there and block your ass off and keep us getting long plays running the ball. But that's the bottom line. So them stats you throwing out to me are useless.
Coach, Cooper Kupp has 2 games that he didn't get at least 90 yards.
Okay.
2 games. Every other game he got over 90 yards. Okay,
and Cooper Kupp is balling out. What did he do last year? Did he make it to the Pro Bowl last year?
Yeah, Jared Goff. Who? Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
Wasn't Jared Goff his quarterback?
Yes, he
was. I don't care who it was. I'm saying the bottom line is that did he make it? Because he should have been. I guarantee you, I could put Tyreek Hill on just about anybody's damn team, and he'd do exactly what he's doing right now. Because you can't cover him. You can't cover whoever his quarterback will be like, let me know where you are going to be on every play, because that's where I'm going to throw this damn ball.
I don't know. Matt Ryan might have put his numbers down a little bit.
Jason said before Mahomes, Hill was a nobody. Kupp put up numbers with Goff. Hill was suspect with Alex Smith. Yeah, well, anybody be suspect with Alex Smith.
Oh,
goddamn Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice would be
yeah.
suspect with Alex Smith. I mean, give me something better than that, Jay. Come on now. You got to give me something better than Alex Smith. I mean, you
just said I don't care who your quarterback is.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what give me a reputable quarterback. You can't give me Ben Roethlisberger. You want to give me Ben Roethlisberger and say that he should be able to get the ball to Tyreek Hill? He can't get the ball past his damn belly button. Talking about getting it to damn Tyreek Hill.
We're not talking about Big Ben Roethlisberger right now.
Say what?
We're not talking about Big Ben.
I know. Who are we talking about?
Tyreek Hill.
I'm talking about the player as his stats are today. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you taking the question is you taking Cooper Kupp over damn Tyreek Hill.
Absolutely.
That's the question.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna make our picks for next week.
Yeah, let's make our picks for next week. Come on.
All right, Bengals and Titans. What you got?
I'm Titans all the way.
Titans, you got?
Who Dey?
Okay. So I got, all right, good deal. 49ers, Packers.
Packers.
We all got Packers. Rams and Bucks.
Rams.
Bucks.
I've
Because I don't like
said
Travis.
all year that one team the Bucks don't want to play are the Rams. Rams.
All right,
I'm taking the Bucks. I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Bills and Chiefs.
Chiefs.
You know what? I know I said that I thought the Chiefs would go. I'm gonna stay with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Chiefs.
All right.
That's probably the one that I'm gonna miss right there.
I got the Bills. I got the Rams. I got the Packers, and I got the Bengals. I'll write them down.
That's fine. I got the Titans. I got the Packers. I got the Bucks and the Chiefs.
Bengals, Pack, Rams, Chiefs.
All right.
All right, folks. I agree with Travis. Rams over Bucks. That's what Ray Miller said. Smith is better than Giff. Who you talking about, Jay?
Goff.
Goff. Oh, my bad. Smith is better than Goff. Give Miss Carey her 30 seconds so she don't get mad.
Hey, I'll take my 30 seconds. Are we going to get rid of Cliff Kingsbury or what? He falls off the cliff every year.
If I am the GM, Jason don't like me talking about cutting people because Jason thinks everybody. Jason is a damn social worker. You know, he got mad at me the other day because I said Shanahan's ass needed to go, and he said, "Oh no, let him stay. Let him have one more year with somebody other than Jimmy G. Man, get his ass on out there. I want Shanahan's ass gone." But yeah, Kingsbury, if it were me, he would be gone. He'd be gone. I especially the experiment is over as far as I'm concerned, and I don't see this version ever being a Super Bowl power, and therefore he'd have to go. That's the same thing I said about your boy down in Miami. I didn't ever see that happen, and so I'd say he had to go. Joe Fleischer, we appreciate you. We appreciate y'all. It's been an awesome show because we've had some awesome people on here. Guys, we appreciate you guys for being on here. Ray Miller, Joe Fleischer, Jason Allen, Matt Cowlett. I know I saw Miss Ham on here earlier. Got Mr. Butler, Travis's daddy. Yeah, I can't tell how much we appreciate y'all for being on here. And Matt Cowlett, of course. Appreciate you, Matt. So, guys, it's always more fun when you guys come on here and add into the fun. So we appreciate you guys. Get your friends to come on here as well. And we would love to meet them and talk to them also. So we appreciate you guys. I'm going to get CJ Uzama on here one day.
Yeah.
Come in here and talk to y'all. So like I said, yes, Travis.
I would like to answer the question too.
What question?
Miss Carey's question. I never had the opportunity.
Did we get rid of him?
He's got 1 year left on his contract. So I would keep him for one more year, and then that way you don't have to pay him any more money. He's got 1 year left. Give him one more year, see what happens.
How much is his contract worth?
I don't know. I just know he's got 1 year left on his contract.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know how much it's worth, that means it ain't worth nothing. So I cut his ass. And pay his contract and cut his ass. That's what you do when you don't know how much it's worth, because it ain't nothing but maybe $3-5 million. Man, cut his ass and let him go back to college.
The only problem is
it's a lot of college jobs open. He never deserved that job anyway. So cut his ass and let him go.
The problem is with Kyler Murray, he's only going to fit a certain style of offense, right?
And cut him too. He ain't my quarterback. Cut him too.
Well, hold
on.
The
experiment is over.
If you do that, you as the Arizona Cardinals are saying we're going to rebuild again.
Okay.
And we're going to start all over again. Okay.
And guess what? How many times have the Bengals started over again? How many times has Cleveland started over again? How many times has Atlanta started over again? I mean, the bottom line is when you one of the worst teams in the league, that's what you do. That's what you do.
One of the worst teams in the league.
But they're not. But they don't have a Super Bowl contender. They're not going to be a Super Bowl contender with that team. So you may as well just go ahead and start over now. that's the first time they played anybody worth a damn and got beat the hell out of them.
I think if you make
The hell out of
you're a Super Bowl contender.
Do what now?
If you make the playoffs, you're technically a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree with that. I can't tell you how many times people have said a lot of these guys haven't played anybody all year. I hadn't played anybody decent all year. I sent Jason a meme that showed Dak hugging number 21. Zeke. Dak was hugging Zeke. And the caption underneath it said, you couldn't see their faces. They had their faces down in each other, and it said, Dak, I'm scared. Today we actually gonna have to play somebody. and Zeke said, yeah, I'm scared too. But it's gonna be all right. Because that's what I'm trying to say. You got some, and there's some bad teams out there. It's a lot of bad teams out there. And when you out there playing all these bad teams, especially when you stuck in an old stinky ass division, like the NFC South was this year, with Drew Brees gone and no quarterback in New Orleans, and you having to play, and then you got damn Cam Newton back over there at damn Carolina. Man, come on. I mean, that's what you playing and winning games over. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the Bucs will have a tough time this week because they got to play somebody. Now, the Bucs are good.
I picked the Rams.
They have a great defense, and they got the best quarterback in the game. They got the GOAT at quarterback. So I'm hoping that Fournette, if they have Fournette back this week, good God Almighty. If they have Fournette, that'll make a huge difference for them this week. And that's why I'm taking them. I'm counting on Fournette being back and being healthy. Because Mike Evans looked like a man child out there tonight. And Gronk is Gronk. Gronk is Gronk. I'm going to tell you that right now. Let's go. Let's go, Bucks. Let's go.
Jason said end the show already.
Yeah, man, we got to get out of here. All right, folks. We'll see y'all next week. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, Miss Carrie. Stole your 30 seconds anyway, did you?